Well, here we are back again in Mittenrahm, and the far side, right side, depending on which point of view you're looking at, I suppose, obviously done. Some of the gaps will be filled in differently, but I'm leaving that until I do the inside. But yeah, I think there's quite a large gap here still left open at the end of the last review. I've added in all of the decoration in between, mimicking bits and pieces of structure that's on the other side. But nothing particularly new. I don't think I really built on the previous side, so I don't feel that there is any reason why. I'm not going to look at this side and go, I wish the other side looked like this. I think they're pretty similar, which is just as well. So from there, I've moved on to decorating the forward tentacles. I believe maybe a month ago, after I finished the first side, I took a shot with some of this stuff. These are marking some of the pockets, ravines or carved parts that go inside that basically need to be done properly to match either something like this or just ordinary closed in or black stained glass, with one of the variants either way. So yeah, these external sides that you can see from being out here, these were all done, I think, as I say, about a month ago. The last 2 weeks, after completing the far side, I did the internal sides of these, which I've tried to keep simpler. I didn't see the point in going overboard. Nobody's going to see them really from this angle, not much anyway. I don't know that I succeeded. I still feel it's kind of maybe a little bit crowded. I don't know. At the same time as this, there's a few bits of decoration that needed to be done. I decided to add this black stained glass here, and this was swapped. I think this mouth was swapped. It may be the one below. No, it's maybe the one. Yeah, maybe in this one. Also, teeth were added and modified in here. There's a couple of them didn't have it done like this. This back part is still actually completely different from the others. Can't quite bring myself to bother changing it. But yeah, it's I've corrected a number of things. As you can see, this one had to have teeth added as well. For some reason, I decided to leave the one big one at the bottom. You can see as well that I kind of got partway through, and I don't know, something about this half mix that seems to work. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do about it. Maybe if I swap the darkest ones for the black stone, maybe, and then maybe the black stone polished. I don't think this is going to work. I don't know, it kind of looked decayed. I mean, I was always okay with this one. I didn't look at this and think, oh god, that needs to change. I was just more interested in consistency, and as I carried on experimenting, I came up with this form of the tooth, this coloration of the tooth, that I've just been putting in on all of them, which leads to this conflict of, well, I don't really mind this, but I have to pick. I can't mix and match them. This guy finally got altered. This was where the original tree was done before being moved to the middle. And this was then, as I say, this was finally replaced with the alternative. I don't know whether it's meant to symbolize anything. I usually back explain these rather than have an idea beforehand. This one is embodying the using the just putting the green on top. I like it. It works. Trouble is, this one's got tinted to start with, so there's no pink, but then it's got white added on top. This is because this was one experiment, and then this minus the white glass was another experiment. I said white, I think it's actually light grey. And then I was like, well, actually I quite like the way the white blends with the upper part of the teeth. So it was like, well, I've tried sticking it on here and that doesn't work too bad either. So I basically got 1, 2, 3 ways of doing this. Actually 4 ways. Because this is another version that's mostly the same as the other. You can see I come along and put the light grey on. This probably works the best. This one's something quite right about it. It may be the darkest part with the darkest glass. Yeah, I think this is taking up more space than it does above. It's hard to tell. At a glance, nobody's going to really notice. So, you know, does it matter? So yeah, as far as the external decoration is concerned, these 3 heads are done, except for a few little bits and pieces that need to be taken care of. And then this is now working on the underside, so there's 2 more sides left to do. And then you can see there's this. Now, the problem with this stuff is the black stone, which is part of the spiral, is obviously exactly the same as the black stone that's part of the body. And it's proving tricky to make them stand out properly. So I thought to myself one night, while I wasn't building, what about using the gilded? It's not too bad. But then I got kind of went on further, because this is actually where I started. I did the gold gilded black stone here. And then for some reason I was like, why don't I try putting the resin on top? So you get these, and then I was like, well, I need extra, it needs more. So now you got the glow. And there's nothing completely wrong with this. I will be using this somewhere else if I don't use it here. And there's a good chance I won't use it here, because I don't think I want to do this on all of it. It's just too much. I mean, what am I going to do? Go backwards and modify all of this as well? It's a bit late in the day for this kind of thing. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's doing something. I don't feel like it's necessarily making them stand out as much as I was planning. In fact, I still think maybe this original thing that I did before employing the redstone resin, yeah, this is much more subtle. It doesn't really stand out when the lighting's removed. A little bit of a twinkle kind of thing. As where obviously this is lit, so you see it pretty clear. Yeah, I don't quite know. I've already experimented quite a bit with this yesterday before moving on, so I may need some sort of hybrid. Oh, oh. It's going to be tricky. And as I say, I'm okay with over-decorating the front. There is a logic to that, based on the creature itself. Because this is similar to some of the decoration I've done here and on the temple over there, these are like the anti-element colours. This is ice for water. This is, I think, disease, possibly. Green is poison. But yeah, I'm again, it's a bit late to be going crazy adding extras to the front, to the body. I would need to add a little more down on the spine for Alan. There's actually some coloration to blend it to the body, which I think I would need here if I do stick with it. I just realised I never included... oh no, there they are. But yeah, still questions, which is a bit late in the day for something this kind of size, which is so close to being finished. It's, yeah, these didn't work out so well because there's not enough of them. I'm not really sure what I can do about it. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I'm still working on this one tentacle. Once that's done, I will. I've still got these two left to do. They both have a little bit done, but they still need like, because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. So they both need at least 5 of their panels done. But yeah, and keep chiseling away, obviously. Just keep seeing how it plays out. But I'll draw a line under this little review and say adieu. Oops, that's the trouble with having another render distance.